Good morning to everybody. Today, I would like to discuss with you a very important topic, that is economic order quantity. Under Unit 2, Lesson number 7. Let us go to discuss the topic economic order quantity. Now, what is economic order quantity? The investment in material is very much important. Why? Because if you want to purchase more quantity of material other than requirement, which leads to wastage of investment. On the other hand, we are not able to purchase the material to the extent of requirement, which leads to production process disturbed. So, a reliable needed material to be purchased with the help of a separate technique can be called as economic order quantity. The material to be ordered and purchased more than and less than to the extent of needed and reliable quantity is the central concept of economic order quantity. That is, economic order quantity refers to the amount to material to be ordered to make the best use of the firm's resources. Resources means investment, money, taking into consideration all the factors such as shelf life of the material, space required and space available for warehousing, price bricks for ordering quantity, etc. In other words, it represents the optimum quantity of inventory should be ordered each time in order to maximize the savings in investment associated with the ordering and holding inventory. That means the needed material to be purchased from the market is known as economic order quantity. That means not than more or not than less. We will go to order the required or reliable quantity of material to avoid the over investment and under investment. A reliable investment to be made in material with the help of economic order quantity technique. This is a formula to be used to obtain the how many quantity of orders to be placed, more than that and less than that. That is, Q equal to square root of 2ds by h, where Q equal to economic order quantity, D equal to units of annual demand, that means yearly demand, how much units are required. S equal to ordering cost per unit, H equal to carrying cost per unit, that means ordering cost and carrying cost is the background of economic order quantity. The same can also explain with the help of the diagram, that is ordering cost, this is a line. Holding cost or carrying cost, this is a straight line. This is a total cost, combination of ordering cost and holding cost. Where holding cost and ordering cost intersect together, this is known as EOQ. Is known as EOQ. Let us go to the important area in this concept. In the examination point of view, only one question is there, that is, what is EOQ? Explain advantages and disadvantages. First of all, we will go to study the advantages or merits or uses or purpose of economic order quantity, simply called as EOQ. The first advantage, continuous review inventory system. Whenever we are applying the scientific equation, it helps to review the how much quantity of raw material in the warehouse, how much we will goes to replaced, how much orders to be placed. It is a continuous process, one after another, 1 month to another month, 1 year to another year. Inventory is monitored at all times and a fixed quantity is ordered each time the inventory level reaches a specific reorder point. The continuous review system requires knowing physical inventory all the times, like using a barcode scanner every time cashier scans product purchased by the customer to update inventory. Second advantage, calculate the appropriate reorder point. That means how much reorder to be placed. For example, where you are using the equation, the output is 26 orders in a year or 24 orders in a year. According to this figure, this output, you will go to make a order point. That is optimal reorder quantity to ensure the instantaneous replacement of inventory with no shortage. Every manufacturer faces some equations like how much material do I need to order from suppliers? When do I need to place my next supply order? These questions you can get the answer with the help of the reorder point. Here we are using a equation. Reorder point equal to average daily usage into average lead time in days plus safety stock. This equation can help us to calculate reorder point. Third advantage, help to small business owners. Yes, small business owners investment is very much no. They are always scared with respect to investment or finance. For those small owners or depends on EOQ formula to get the material from outsiders to save their money. This is very much important for small business owners to acquire the raw material without more and without less. A reasonable quantity of material purchased without wastage of finance. It can be available tool for small business owners who need to make decisions about how much inventory to keep on hand, how many items to order in each time, and how often to order to incur the lowest possible cost. Here are some of the techniques that can be used by owners. Many small businesses use to manage inventory as fine-tuned inventory forecasting. Use the FIFO approach. Identify low-turn stock. Audit the stock. Use cloud-based inventory management software. Track your stock levels at all times. This is a 6 points will goes to available by the study of EOQ towards small business owners. Minimize the cost of inventory. That means the low cost of inventory to be procured by the owners when you are using the EOQ technique. That is the amount of cash tied up in the inventory balance. For many companies or enterprises, inventory is the largest asset owned by the company, and these businesses must carry sufficient inventory to meet the needs of customers. The cost of inventory increases, leaving you with little profit and overblown expenses. You can reclaim your cash flow and grow your revenue by applying the following strategies for reducing the cost of inventory. Know your reorder point. Organize your warehouse. Implement a just-in-time inventory system. So, how to reduce the cost of production? Yes, it is a technique which can be used by EOQ with reference to how much reorder point is there, how to organize the warehouse, and how to implement the just-in-time technique. These are all covered by EOQ. The time of recording. That means the material recording with a systematic manner within a time, with a appropriate time, where the time to procure and where the time issued to the production department. This can also used by EOQ method. The cost incurred to place an order and cost to store merchandise. If the company is constantly placing small orders to maintain a specific inventory level, the ordering costs are higher, along with the need additional storage space. Inventory cycle time can also promote by EOQ the amount of time, usually measured in number of days, required to produce and deliver an order to the customer. The customer in this phase could be a distributor, retailer or the consumer. So, time recording with reference to a inventory cycle time to be taken into consideration. Usually, what inventory to produce or required to deliver an orders to the customers. This is a phase would be made anywhere, maybe a distributor or retailer or the customer. Minimizes storage and holding cost. Yes, storage is very much important to make a storage of purchased material. That is called warehouse. While using the EOQ, you will go to minimize the store usage. That means establishment of the store. Why? Because we are purchasing a needed quantity of raw material, not than more and not than less. Like that, holding a cost. Holding cost means storage cost can also reduce because unnecessary storage of material is minimized. Storing inventory may be expensive for all business owners. The main advantage of EOQ model is the customized recommendations provided regarding the most economical number of units per order. The model may suggest buying a large quantity in favor orders to make advantage of discount, bulk buying and minimizing order cost. Alternatively, it may point to more orders of fewer in terms of minimize holding costs if they are high and the ordering costs are relatively low. So, whenever you are purchasing a bulk quantity of material with reference to need, then you will go to purchase the some discounts or minimizing of holding costs. Next advantage, specific to the business. That means a specified inventory levels to be maintained with the help of EOQ. How much orders to be placed, how much units to be minimum required. This is a specific level of inventory levels. This can be fixed by the EOQ method. Maintaining sufficient inventory levels to match customer demand in a balancing act for many small business. Another advantage of EOQ model is that it provides specific numbers particularly to the business regarding how much inventory to hold, when to reorder it and how many items to reorder. This smooths out the restocking process and resulting in better customer service as inventory is available when needed. So, whenever a fixed level of quantity of material maintenance was decided by the EOQ, which is having a multiple way of benefits. That means how much inventory to hold, when to reorder it, when to you are able to procure, how to storage. These are all automatically connected with the introduction of EOQ method. Next one, reduce ordering cost. In case of EOQ, while ordering goods, companies and goods on fixed date, which may be fortnightly or monthly, which results in reduction in ordering cost. Because if company orders 10 items in 1 month, then company will have to pay transportation cost, packing cost and other costs to 10 items. But if company orders goods only 1 item in a month, then all costs will incur 1 time only and not to 10 times. So, reduce the ordering cost. For example, where we have decided how many orders to be placed. In each orders, how many units are there. A decided and defined number of orders is very much helpful to minimize the order cost. Only one time you are spend the ordering cost, not multiple time, where you are giving only one order for a year. Next advantage, better inventory management. Management means how to procure the material and how to use it and how to store and how to issue to the production department. Planning and controlling of inventory or material, which is the gift of EOQ. Why? Because a defined number you will go to obtain for getting raw material from outside. Accordingly, you will go to make the plan. Another benefit of EOQ is that it is a key to better inventory management. And when the company can manage its inventory in an effective way, then it can reduce the substantial operational cost, which in turn will lead to more profits for the company. In a simple words, EOQ indirectly helps the company or enterprise in earning profits through a reduction in operational costs associated with inventory management. Operational cost means carrying cost and storage cost or ordering cost to be minimized to the extent of needed material. Let us go to another side of the concept is disadvantages, demerits, limitations of economic order quantity. The first limitation is erratic changes uses, that means not recorded. For example, it is only output, numerical output. For example, yearly the number of orders required is 20. It is not possible. Why? Because in market there are erratic changes due to so many problems, political problems, strikes, lockouts or natural calamities. Immediately the material was scared, the material prices were increased. How you are able to say this is a need? It is not possible. The formula pursues the usage of material is both predictable and evenly distributed. When this is not the case, the formula becomes useless. Low rate of investment control efficiency occurred with application of inventory control techniques and practice due to change in e-commerce conditions in the inventory market. For example, e-commerce, everyday change, digital comes sales or everyday change the marketing position. So the formula is not at all used. Next, faulty basic information. That is, the output of EOQ is not at all correct. Why? Because only base of three items, that is annual demand, ordering cost and carrying cost. What about the other costs? For example, fixed cost, variable cost and other marginal cost. These are some other costs are there. Without taking these, the information is faulty. Order cost varies from commodity to commodity and the carrying cost can vary with respect to company's opportunity cost of capital. Thus, the assumption that the ordering cost and the carrying cost remains constant is faulty and hence EOQ calculations are not correct due to the following grounds. Yes, both are different, both are having a timely basis. Variable costs are limited due to holding costs and ordering costs. There is no importance of variable costs. Variable cost should be there. There will be no stock outs if you place orders on schedule. For example, if you want to go to produce, given a order, first of all you think no stock within your hands. It is not correct. Something closing stock is there in the organization. Next limitation, costly calculations. It is extremely time consuming. More elaborate formalic are given more expensive. That means EOQ is a mathematical expression which is not understood by the common person. It involves a mathematical subject. In many cases, the cost of estimation, the cost of possession and acquisition and calculation of EOQ exceeds the savings. made by buying that quantity. The EOQ technique is expensive due to the following problems. The classification of problem, that means material classification is very much different or very much needed, different classification of material. It is not expressed by EOQ. The order quantity problem. That means while making an order, there are so many information to be required from various departments, from the various persons. It is time consuming. The order point problem, safety stock. The other limitation is no formula is a substitute than common sense. Yes, common sense is very much important. Experience of the manufacturer is very much important than this type of problematic resolution. According to the past experience, the manager will be goes to make an order. This is practically correct. This is one limitation of EOQ. It determines annually quantity requirement. It is not possible we have to order it in the quantities according to our judgment. So items can be ordered every week, some ordered monthly, depends on how feasible it is for the firm due to the following reasons. That means common sense on the past of the past usage. We will go to purchase every week or every month or every 6 months. Yes, it is a practical evidence. EOQ is a theoretical evidence. Due to the following reasons, it is not at all correct. Exact demand is not measurable to make orders. How much demand will be there in the future? In previously it is okay. In future, how much is there? Prediction is not possible. Substitution effect in the market is not accounted. Number of substitutes are available for our commodity. If competitors are change their features, immediately we are not able to reach the market. Material orders are linked with availability. That means if you want to go to make an order, first of all, availability problem is there in the market. Next limitation. EOQ ordering must be tampered with judgment. That means already what happened in the future of ordering cost and carrying cost. It will be tampered. In previous year, ordering cost per unit is 2. Carrying cost per unit is 5. The same will be also applied here. That is called tampering. It is not at all correct. Why? Because these two costs are also changed from time to time because due to the marketing fluctuations. Sometimes guidelines provide a conflict in order where an order strategy conflicts with an operational goal. Order strategy restrictions should be developed to permit honoring the goal. Tampered with the judgment due to the following reasons. So, tampering in ordering cost and carrying cost is one of the defect. It is not possible at all. It is not followed correct judgment. Why? Because it is the following reasons. Lack of appropriate material configuration. That means if you want to go to use the material, first of all, material configuration is required. Configuration is how much percentage of development, how much percentage of output will be there with respect to inputs. This is a configuration of material. It is completely ignored. Problem of difference in material characteristics. Each and every material is having own characteristics, features. According to the features and characteristics, if you want to go to purchase, other than a theoretical output of EOQ, this is a problem, this is a practical problem. Material composition effect. While producing the goods, material composition is compulsory. One or two material composition if you want to go to need for producing the goods. Here, according to the composition level, the material order to be placed, not on the previous orders, different quantity of orders. That means in every year, every month, we are not able to make a uniform order. For example, during this month, we make 5 orders. The same 5 orders we are not able to make in the next month. It may be low or it may be more. This is also one of the problem tampered with judgment. That means lack of judgment while giving the orders. Complicated maths calculations. That means EOQ involves a subject matter. Complexity is there. That means difficulty while applying all the elements. It is not understood by the common person. Education background to be required. That means algebra and other mathematical equations or mathematical subject knowledge to be required. This is not having by all the manufacturers, all the enterprises. This is also one of the problem. They will be goes to depending on others. Others will goes to make a biased resolutions, which leads to total manufacturing process destroyed. The EOQ model requires a good understanding of algebra and other mathematical subject. A disadvantage for small owners lacking maths skills. Additionally, effective EOQ models require detailed data to calculate several figures. Data is also not possible. Data is also not reliable. It is only based on past data. Past data is not at all 100% correct. The benefit to resolving the maths is the ability to determine how much inventory should be attached to each order at the lowest possible cost. Keeping cost low will inflate margins and ultimately drive more revenue. EOQ software is one solution that may be worth the investment for small business owners lacking the time and capital to hire a consultant or employee for regular calculations. Yes, nowadays a software tools can also use it in EOQ model. In such situation, there should be a separate person to be required, a consultant to be required, which leads to additional expense to make the orders. Next limitation, based on assumptions. EOQ model should be depends on some points or some conditions are fulfilled while making an order. For example, first one, ordering cost is the same, carrying the cost is the same, cost of material in the market is the same, suppliers supply the material at the same quantity without scarcity, without difficulties, etc. and etc. These are not at all possible. The assumptions are not at all possible because market is too flexible. Situational based market. The EOQ model assumes steady demand of a business product and immediate availability of items to be restocked. It does not account for seasonal economic fluctuations, marketing fluctuations. It assumes fixed costs of inventory units. Ordering charges and holding charges are same. It is not at all possible. This inventory model requires continuous monitoring of inventory levels. That means minimum level, maximum level, danger level, etc. All the organizations are not maintain such type of leveling system. The effectiveness of the basic EOQ model is most limited by the assumption of a one product business, and the formula does not allow for combining several different products in the same order. It is only applicable only one commodity ordering. More than one commodity ordering or a combination of raw material ordering is not possible. In a large scale manufacturing concern, it is not applicable because combination of material ordering is not at all possible with the help of EOQ method. Next limitation. Forecast of accurate demand is not possible. How much material to be ordered, how much material to be means future. It is not at all predicted. It's called estimation. Forecasting means estimation. It is not at all possible. It is only approximation. Approximation based, we are not able to take the resolutions, which leads to more expensive, sometimes losses. The biggest disadvantage of economic order quantity is that it is based on the assumption that demand for companies' products can be forecasted accurately. In the next year, demand to be increased is called forecasting. Demand to be increased by 10,000 units due to income increased in the market. These are all some forecasting situation. It is not at all possible. Product never remains static, rather than it keeps changing, and if demand for goods produced by the company raises or decreases substantially when having UX system in company is so no use at all. Example, may be purchased more or may not be purchased more by the customers. Customers' income may not be estimated according to employment, etc. and etc. Maybe employment opportunities provided or not, salaries increase or not. So, forecasting the demand of a product is not at all good at all, not at all 100%, it is not at all accurate. Next limitation, immediate availability of products with suppliers. That means another problem of EOQ is when you have theoretically calculated, numerical value calculated, that is yearly orders are 50. Okay, no problem. To the extent of 50, ready-made available in the market, the suppliers are provided 50 orders annually. This is a practical problem. So immediate availability of product with the suppliers is a very much difficulty, which is not looking by EOQ. Another problem with EOQ is that it may be possible that suppliers does not have raw material, and if the company needs immediate raw material for meeting unexpected demand. Yes, unexpected demand as raised, quotations as received, but there is no material from the suppliers. What happened? We should lose the opportunity. EOQ system is based on the premise that demand will be constant, which can be predicted accurately. In simple words, if the company or enterprise has good relations with multiple suppliers, then it is not much of a problem. However, if a company is dependent on one or two suppliers for its raw material, then the company or enterprise may face trouble following equated method while in an organization. So here, immediate demand, immediate raw material requirement. Yes, it is a equation where a manufacturer is maintaining only one supplier or two supplier, he is not able to provide the required material to the extent of immediate demand. In case many suppliers are maintained by the manufacturer, the problem is not at all raised. Next limitation, requires a continuous monitoring. Yes, EOQ is a mathematical expression and involved some mathematical syllabi, which is required regular monitoring, regular review, regular checkup. Otherwise, we are not able to maintain the orders. Without monitoring, when you are maintaining ordering to the suppliers, which leads to more expensive, the system is useless. Companies in case of economic order quantity have to constantly monitor reorder levels, minimum level, maximum level, danger level, and movement level of raw materials. Reaches to reorder level, company has to order goods from suppliers, and this is where the company will need to employ staff, so has to monitor stock levels with again is a time consuming as well as expensive process. Yes, this is a matter of storekeeper. He should be maintained a store's ledger account. According to the store's ledger account, there will be a practical evidence of numerical value of minimum level, how much minimum level maintained, maximum level, reorder level, ordering level, danger level, replacement level. These all are maintained by the staff. Here staff expenses are more needed or additionally bear by the manufacturer, and also it is a time consuming process. According to Selvi, he has given a simple problem. One problem I have solved here, this is enough to go for examination. Example problem. From the following figures given below, calculate EOQ, economic order quantity, and the total cost. Information is total consumption of material per year. That means total quantity of demand per annum, 10,000 cages. Buying cost per order, rupees 50. Unit cost of material rupees 2 per kg. Carrying and storage cost 8% on cost of material. This is a information as given. You will goes to calculate EOQ and total cost. Solution. First of all, EOQ formula, square root of 2SD by H. Already I have given abbreviations. Abbreviation. S means ordering cost. H means carrying cost. D means annual demand. Substitute the above information. First of all, 2 into annual demand 10,000, yes 50. That means ordering cost. Next, by 8% in 2, we will goes to obtain EOQ equal to 2,500 units per annum. Total inventory cost formula is fixed ordering cost into number of orders per year plus carrying cost into EOQ by 2. Total inventory cost equal to 50 into 10,000 by 2,500 plus 2 into 0.08, that means percentage in rupees 2 into 2,500 by 2. Total inventory cost, first one 200, second one 200. Total inventory cost is equal to 400. Here another information we can also obtain, that is number of orders to be placed. Number of orders to be placed equal to EOQ by annual demand. That means EOQ 2,500 by annual demand 2,500. Or it can also applied here EOQ 2,500 and with respect to 10,000 cages requirement, which leads to 2.5 per unit. If you want to go to obtain per annum 2.5 into 10,000, that is 10,000 by 2,500, it will be given 4 orders per year. Finally, 10,000 by 2,500, you will be goes to make a 4 orders yearly. Thank you.